Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all the pre-orders and news from Games Workshop and Forge World. This is my Instagram. I tell you it every week. It's super_Saiyan. It's the first place I put any photos of new things I see or works in progress or unboxing, things like that, and what's coming to the channel soon. So if you haven't already, I definitely suggest you check it out. Okay, on to the news then. Not much news at all. Only the fact that there's an amazing brand new Imperial Knight that's coming, Sir Hekhtur, or Sir Hekhtur. This incredible looking knight. I think it's just a normal knight kit with a different head and Sir Hekhtur himself. Let's see what it has. It says, oh, you've also got him enthroned as well, on foot and enthroned, and it's the first knight pilot model in plastic, and then he can if he's on foot, then he can take the fight on with his Archaeotech pistol. And then there's lots of stars there, and then we look at the stars here, and it says, though in fairness his combat efficacy is a tad diminished from when he had the Imperial Knight to command. Well, yeah, I mean, unless the pistol is, you know, a BFG or something, then yeah. And there's also some other little stars, which is quite funny. So, yeah. And it says won't be the first of the new Imperial Knights we see, so doesn't say anything about the kit itself, but it looks like it has a different range weapon. I read somewhere about the stats. It's pretty ridiculous. I think it's got a nice decent strength 6 AP, I think -4 -3 at 36-inch range, but then half range at 18 inches, that's where it does the real damage. And he's got his fist as well, but the rest of the parts just out of the normal kit, with the exception of enhance, this little dagger symbol here. I'm not sure about these parts. On the normal knight model they are eagles, but on this they look more like wolves, so that's pretty cool. And then this weapon here, is it a las cannon, is it a multi-laser? I'm not 100% sure. The model itself looks fantastic in plastic, and then you've got this new weapon, and of course you've got him him enthroned too. So yeah, this could be a completely separate Imperial Knight kit, like an HQ kind of kit coming out. It might have another variant in it as well, but we'll see. I think that's new as well, this top dagger wreath thing with the and the banner as well, definitely a different banner. So there's quite a lot of new pieces, so it might just be one model for £85 or whatever. It doesn't look like he's got any top carapace mounted weapons like missile launchers or autocannons, but stunning looking model, lovely paint job, must buy from me. Let's have a look at the other news from the Warhammer community. So all this week we had a bit of a hoo-ha about the pre-order Inspire Your Warband. So you've got the push to fit, or the easy to build kits from Warhammer Age of Sigmar. You've got Warhammer Adventures, Tales for Young Readers. Now, there's been a few other YouTubers that have done videos for these, and to be fair, I haven't really watched them. But it's odd because it's kind of war, and it's grimdark, and it's the 41st millennium, and it's, yeah, and they're sort of aiming it at 8-year-olds and things, and I don't know. I mean, what was I into when I was 8? I was into like Sonic still and Mario, and you know, I only really got into Warhammer when I was probably about 11 or 12, I think. You know, but that's what they're looking at. They're looking at sort of aiming this 41st millennium at children. But hey, we'll see how that turns out. You know, I'm not trying to be pessimistic or anything. Then Deathwing Strike on PC and PS4. I did get the enhanced edition on the PlayStation 4. I purchased it with my money. Games Workshop didn't send me it for free or anything like that. And I have actually done a few videos on it. It's fun, put it that way. But yeah, comparing it to like Doom that came out 2 years ago, let's not even go there, shall we? It is a first-person shooter. Let's be honest. It sort of reminds me of like PlayStation 2 graphics, though. I'm not really a big fan of it. You know, at the moment the bar is set with 4K and HDR and graphics like Doom and graphics like Assassin's Creed and God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. The bar is set very, very high, so I do feel a bit bad for these developers that that are trying to reach that bar. But anyway, that came out and I got it, and there will be some videos coming to the channel covering that. If you wanted to get into a game with me, my gamer tag, for my PlayStation 4 at least, is Super Saiyan 2. And it's just like the channel name, but Super Saiyan and then a number 2 at the end. And the Xbox One is just Super Saiyan. So if you wanted to add me, go ahead. You know, I'll join you in the game or whatever. We'll kill some Tyranids or Gene Stealers or whatever they are. So Rumour Engine, May the 22nd. Just part of a sword. I've no idea. This week on Warhammer Live, I had some interviews and things regarding Harlequin's Codex. More faction focuses on Chaos. Regimental Standards, this is where we first saw the first couple of art pieces for Sir Hekhtur at the start of the week. Middle Earth have a Knife in the Dark kind of blog. Hack and slash action RPG meets Warhammer 40,000 Universe. Inquisitor Martyr. Now, the guys that made this game have contacted me, thank God, and they will be sending me a code to play the game. I've asked for it on my Xbox One X. It's easier for me to record on PlayStation 4, but I can still do it on the Xbox One X, and I'll do that. And as soon as they give me the code, because I think it's been pushed back a little bit, then I will be creating some content for you and showcasing the game. But I just thought I'd be open and honest up front with you guys straight away that I am being sent a code. So if that affects your decision or whatever, then there you go. But obviously, I'll be as open and honest as I normally am. If there are bugs, if there are things that I'm not happy about, I will say that, as I always do. And then this leading the charge with this new Hekhtur, and his Knight, Canis Rex. Really looking forward to that. So that's all the news. Quite a lot of news happening this week. Let's go on to what's up for pre-order at Forge World. Nothing yet again. So this is just what's released like a week, 2 weeks ago. If we click on new releases, it's still got the packs of these tanks. Mathscat whispered in my ear the other day that they do save you a bit of money, so it might be worth picking them up if you haven't got any Sakarans yet. All the Mechanicum sets, they also save you a little bit of money, so it might be worth picking those up too if you haven't started a Mechanicum force. Personally, I wouldn't buy any Sakarans or Mechanicum at the moment, because you've got Adeptus Titanicus coming around the corner, you've got Imperial Knight Codex and new Knights coming out, and then you've probably got Gorka Morka towards the end of the year and Orcs. There's a lot more releases to come other than these things right now. But there you go, that's what's on Forge World. There's nothing new to pre-order. Hopefully next week there will be something finally to kind of address none of the 40k releases that Games Workshop are releasing over this month. I think they'll release the Imperial Knights in July. So moving on to Games Workshop, they've got all these easy to build kits. That's the main pre-orders this weekend. Obviously this weekend today the Harlequin's Codex comes out. I will be releasing a video of the first look for that. I get my codex. I have to buy the codex like everybody else, and I get it on the same day as everybody else. So that's why you're getting the video today, and I'll also be doing an unboxing and first look at the Webway gate or portal, whatever it is. So hopefully you'll join me for those two videos later on today. So you've got this subscribe to win £300 gift vouchers, same for Forge World. Yeah, I would recommend you do subscribe to the Warhammer newsletter and the Forge World one. They don't send you that many emails. Typically it's one at the weekend, or if there's a big release or news article or something like that. So they don't hammer you with spam. And yeah, if you needed more of an incentive, you can possibly win, but I've never won anything in my life. So, I'm already subscribed. But if we go to new and exclusive then for Games Workshop, there's an event ticket that is for Black Library for Saturday the 16th of June 2018, which isn't that far away. 3 weeks, I think 3 weeks away. There is also another ticket out for a Forge World and Specialist Games open day at Warhammer World. I think that's on Forge World's website. I think I mentioned that in the video last week, and I will be going to that in July. So if you didn't catch up with me at the event in Coventry a few weeks ago, then yeah, it'd be great to see you at Warhammer World, and I'll be picking up a few event exclusive models and things. So there you go. That's the event ticket for Saturday 16th of June for Black Library. Pre-orders then, if we just view all and look at price high to low. So yeah, you've got the gates that were there last week. You've got an easy to build Primus Space Marine collection. I think that costs the same as if you bought those separately. You've got easy to build Death Guard collection 2, which has the First Strike models, and I think it has that Felthius, I think it is, and it has the model of the year for 2017 in my eyes, the Blight Hauler. Not really pre-orders as such. They've been out already, but there you go, you can just have them in a set. So the main releases this week are the Harlequins Codex, which was pre-ordered last week, and the Webway Gate, which is released today. The pre-orders, there's no other pre-orders for 40k, just the pre-orders for these easy to build kits for Age of Sigmar. I love the skeletons, I love the Sepulchral Guard, they look really cool. So £15 there for 7 models ish. So are they £2 a model? That's not too bad when you think about it. You know, then you got some Fire Slayers, £15 for 4. The Khorne Bloodhound Magor's Fiends for £15. Bloodhound Garrick's Reavers for 15. They're all 15, these push to fit. And then you've got the Sigmarines. I mean, then you've got the Stormcast Eternals, £15 for free. Same, and then you get 4 Iron Jaws. Pre-order the Vengeance. I think that was pre-order last week though. Then you've got some Skaven Swarm, Horus Heresy journal. It's just a rule journal. Looks quite fancy. I think it's 13 quid. I think that's a fair amount of money, to be honest. When, you know me, I go for Moleskin notebooks anyway, and I think Moleskin ones are about £10, and Moleskin ones are, yeah, world famous, and they're, you know, they last a long time. You've got the Harlequin date cards. They were up for pre-order last week, and so was Carrion Throne and Last Hunt. So the only pre-orders really for this week that you need to be concerned about are just the push to fit Age of Sigmar. So bit of a letdown this week, but you know, they have been cranking out all the pre-orders, and yes, looking at the Knights and looking at the other things that are coming out, the Adeptus Titanicus, which could be in the next month or two, there's definitely going to be a lot more things coming out over summer. And that's pretty much it for my news and pre-order video today. Not much going on, but hopefully there will be around the corner. I want to give my apologies to all the videos that I released this week. I've had a lot going on in my life, and a couple of the videos have been quite old, from a year or two ago, so I do thank you for your patience. It takes a lot out of me to just release a video every single day, and like today I'll be releasing 3. It's a huge chunk of my time, so once again I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that's continued to support the channel and watch the videos every day, and the Patreons as well. You really help me out and help me continue to do what I enjoy doing. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.